Hello and welcome back to this course series. So in this video, we are still working with the Python list objects. And in this video, we are going to be working with list comprehension. So what is list comprehension? List comprehension is being able to create a list using a loop in one single line. So it's like a simplified way of creating a list. Okay. So when I created this list, I had to manually type in what the content of the list was going to be, and even the other lists that I had up there. So now you can have another list that you're making reference of, or another iterable that you're making reference of. And from that iterable, you could look through it and then pick some items inside the list, or every item inside that other list or iterable, and use it to create a list in just one single line. So the first step that we are going to take is you are going to write the syntax for writing a list comprehension. So first of all, you are going to open your square bracket, and then we are going to write an expression. So I'm going to do this in a comment. So you're going to write an expression that will create that list for you. And then you write for maybe items in an iterable. So when you say an iterable, we are simply referring to maybe another object that has a collection of items too. So it could be a list or another object. Okay, so if I want to create another list using list comprehension from this list, so I want to add a condition. So I'm going to write if the condition is true or is met. So now, for instance, I can say x for x in my list. What I just did is that I am getting all the items in my list, so, and I'm putting it here, and then so this is the item that is here, and this is for the one that is here. So for all the items in this other iterable, my list, so I am going to store it into a new variable called new variable, and I'm going to save. So I'm going to print new variable. So I'll enclose it here and save and run. So this print statement is for this, and the second print statement is for this. Okay, so you can see that the list has literally been copied. So if I want it to meet a certain condition, right, I can add that if there is the string a in s, right? So this time around, they are referring to the other items, that is the x's that are here. So we are going to save this and run again. So this time around, we are getting only the items that has letter A in them in this my list, and we are storing it in a new list. Do you understand? So we can even say if not A in X. So I'm going to clear this output and I'm going to save and run again. So this time around, we are getting the items that do not have A in them on this list, and we are storing them in a new list. So this is a simple illustration of list comprehension, right? So I'm going to create a numerical list, and I'm going to just use the range function to create a numerical list. So just like we have done before, so I am just going to call it a numerical. So this x or I or anything, whatever you call it, is the variable name that you are storing that item. So again, I have x or n for n in. So I can use the range function. So I'm getting all the numbers that are from 20 to 30, and I'm going to print numerical, and I'll save and run. So now we see from 20 to 30. So if we want to add 30 itself, we can say to 31. So we save and run. So these things, you will just know the syntax of how to write it. Now, if I want it to be only the odd numbers, so the odd numbers are the numbers that are not divisible by 2. So I will now add this condition: if n modulus 2 is not equals 0. So now we are going to save and run, and we have only the odd numbers that are in between 20 and 30. So this is just a simple illustration of list comprehension. So you just follow this syntax, and if you want to add a condition, you can add a condition. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.